Welcome, comic lovers. Garvin, the old comic guy, coming at you with another comic shout out. So here's what we got for this week. Three comic shout outs that are wonderful, and I hope you'll like them. But let's get right into it. First up, we have Lunch Money Comics. So Lunch Money Comics has under 10,000 subscribers, so they already have a huge subscriber base. They only have like 74 videos, so he's doing something right, at least for the subscribers. I don't know his view count. I don't know any of the other stuff. But he definitely has a lot of subscribers for very few videos. He does comic haul videos, mainly from flea markets. We would call them swap meets here in the Southwest. So same idea. Absolutely, that's what a flea market is. So that's what he normally is at, is flea market. So wherever he's at, I don't know if he doesn't have a local comic shop near him. I don't know what the deal is, but that's where he goes. Officially, his site says, channel dedicated to the hunting of rare and valuable comic books among the flea markets, yard sales, and forgotten long boxes of New England. So clearly he's up in New England. And he has actually been out hunting, as we do, right, when we're looking for something, and has met, in the process, I think, who was it? Oh, the guy from Mark Spector Comics. There's one where I think he interacts with him. Take a look. Pretty neat. He does have some pretty cool finds. So a little jealous because our flea markets and yard sales don't usually produce that well. Not that I haven't done well. I just don't show you all the times I don't do well. He does seem to do very well. So that's the first one. And then we have Bizarre Brain Comics. I don't name them. I'm just reciting the names, right? Under 700 subscribers, over 500 videos. Gary, he does comic haul videos and theme comic showcasing videos where he discusses the author's art and the characters. Officially, his site says comic books, art, literature, comic history, pop culture, fandom, science fiction, and fantasy. So pretty much all sorts of stuff. He does have other stuff. So he does have some, I don't know, the pop culture type thing, which is okay, and it's cool. It's not necessarily some of it's not my jam. Some of it is. And there's enough comic haul videos that I'm totally thrilled with. And I do get into the science fiction and fantasy and stuff like that. And of course, I love the comic history. So awesome stuff. And then now we get into, so that's Lunch Money Comics, Bizarre Brain Comics, and Broke 'Cause of Comics. Totally relate to that one. Man. So Chris has just over 200 subscribers, about 150 videos. He mainly does unboxing, conventions, and comic hauls. He was recently at a couple of conventions, one was he was going to a convention and then he went to the convention. So officially his site says the channel deals with comic books and virtually everything related to comic books. We do haul and unboxing videos composed of new, used, raw, graded comic books. For those times when you're hunting in the wild, we offer money-saving tips and tricks. And his personal favorite video is the tag videos, which he says he needs to do more of. He also will occasionally do a vlog-style hunting video. And he does. So sometimes when he's out there in the wild hunting, he will actually vlog it, or I guess is what that's called, video talking about it. I haven't done any of that. I don't know. I think I'd feel weird pulling my phone out and holding it in front of me going, yeah, this is where I'm at, and let's see what I find. I don't have any sort of harness or anything. when I genuinely started doing these, my phone just sat on a box, and my kids got me a stand, so I have a stand that it's sitting in now while I do these recordings. So gradually it's upgrading, and you know, maybe at some point I will have something I can just hold out there. What do they call them? Dang, my kids would know exactly what it's called. Selfie stick. There we go. All right. So yeah, maybe someday, but right now I don't. He does. The unboxings are kind of cool, and his comic hauls are cool. I definitely like that. The money saving tips are kind of funny. Like, a lot of it depends on where you're at. Like, if I give a tip and I'm here in Phoenix, the Phoenix, Arizona, Phoenix metro area, I have like 10 comic shops within a very short period, like short drive, right? My tips are not going to be the same as somebody living in, I don't know, somewhere back east that only has the one local comic shop. Or maybe there's another one in the next town up that they have to drive an hour to get to. If I have to drive an hour to get to one of the farther ones, it's because of traffic, not because of how far it is. And genuinely, it can be over that in traffic. Traffic is just horrible, at least here in the city. So tips and tricks don't always, some things relate and some things don't. So please, when you look at tips and tricks, and that's not on my channel or Chris's Broke 'Cause of Comics or anyone else's, please consider whether or not that works for you, right? It's so important that when we talk about comics and we talk about what we love and don't like and stuff like that, it's okay, but we just have to be respectful, right? Because what works for me may not work for you. What works for you might or may not work for me. A lot of that's our location. It also has to do with what we're after. So please keep those in mind when you look at tips and tricks and all that sort of stuff. And when they talk about the value of a book, remember, basically it's a piece of paper and it's really only worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. So somebody might be willing to pay a crazy amount for it right now, but 10 years down the road, they may not. So that's one of the reasons we say things like, you know, collect what you love or something like that. I always say collect what makes you happy right now. If it's in your budget, that's great. And it made you happy successfully, great. If you sell it later and it's worth something, that's wonderful too, but that isn't guaranteed. I wouldn't worry about that. Just worry about what you like now. All right, so those are my 3 shout outs and a little bit of whatever advice, old guy advice. Broke 'Cause of Comics, Bizarre Brain Comics, and Lunch Money Comics. So my 3 comic shout outs for, and this was week 7, so the 7th set of these. Please, if you like them, if you know already about them and you've already subscribed and you're already like a fan of them, great. If you're not, maybe take a look at them. Maybe they have what you like, maybe they don't. And that's okay too. If they do, please give them a like and a subscribe, right? All right, so that's what I got. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care of each other.